JP Morgan CEO recommends taking private land from Americans to accelerate green energy policies. Now, I told y'all before that this whole climate change hoax stuff is about control. Now Jamie Dimon is admitting to what it really is about. And now they're going to talking about taking people land, but it's okay because the it's for the climate. This is ridiculous stuff, but the cat's out the bag now. They're starting to admit what this really is about. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon where I talk about things I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my merch store where I have I Will Not Comply t-shirts. So check that out as well. All right, let's talk about this news. Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan Chase, one of the largest banks in the U.S., is advocating for the forcible seizure of American land. In an annual shareholders letter, he advised that seizing private property might help the U.S. cope with the climate crisis. Like, this is crazy, crazy stuff. 100% Fed Up reports the CEO began his letter by admitting to shareholders that the pandemic and the Ukraine war have taken a toll on the bank. Quote, across the globe, 2022 was another year of significant challenges from a terrible war in Ukraine and growing geopolitical tensions, particularly with China, to a politically divided America. Almost all nations felt the effect of global economic uncertainty, including higher energy and food prices, mounting inflation rates, and volatile markets. And of course, stupid 19 lingering impacts. Diamond continued, quote, while all these experiences and associated turmoil have serious ramifications on our company, colleagues, clients, and the countries in which we do business, their consequences on the world at large, with the extreme suffering of the Ukrainian people and the potential restructuring of the global order, are far more important. But then Diamond surprised shareholders when he bought and, quote, update on specific issues facing our company under the, quote, climate complexity and planning subsection and spoke on eminent domain. Eminent domain is the legal theory enabling governments to seize private property for public use. The property owner's reimbursement for their possessions is generally less than the value of the property that was taken. I mean, you see it happening a lot. There has been some eminent domain laws passed across some certain counties and cities and stuff, but ultimately the federal government would have say in if they take your land or not. But following previous climate fearmongers like Al Gore, Diamond warned shareholders that time is running out. Quote, the window for action to avert the costliest impacts of global climate change is closing, he added. Quote, to expedite progress, governments, businesses, and non governmental organizations need to align across a series of practical policy changes that comprehensively address fundamental issues that are holding us back. Massive global investment in clean energy technologies must be done and must continue to grow year over year, Diamond noted. I mean, it's the same stuff they keep pushing. Give us more of your money so we can fight so-called global warming. He described the need to employ, quote, practical policy changes and said that he could include utilizing eminent domain to take private property in order to fight climate control. At the same time, permitting reforms are desperately needed to allow investment to be done in any kind of timely way. We may even need to evoke eminent domain. West Virginia State Treasurer Riley Moore pointed out the devastation that could be caused by the U.S. government simply seizing property. He tweeted, quote, JP Morgan CEO wants to use eminent domain to build more wind and solar farms. If you think food and energy prices are bad now, just wait until the government starts seizing farmland to build solar panels. This kind of thinking poses an existential threat to the middle class. And that's exactly what it is. Like, so we're going to stop farming to build all these solar panels and all this other crap that's really not that efficient and really a lot worse than using like natural gas and things like that. But Diamond, who has yet to offer his own private property to the government for less than its value, tried to make his suggestion sound less tyrannical and extreme by saying, quote, green energies are not advancing quickly enough. Quote, we simply are not getting the adequate investments fast enough for grid, solar, wind, and pipeline initiatives. Diamond comments are reminiscent of World Economic Forum's founder Klaus Schwab eerie promise, quote, you will own nothing and be happy. Y'all know I quote that a lot. But one Twitter user responded that JP Morgan and Chase Bank customers should pull their account ASAP to make Diamond shut his mouth, while also pointing out that the communist desire to strip Americans of their hard-earned assets is alive and well. But they're saying they're starting to admit stuff and starting to say what we conspiracy theorists like myself been saying for years what they were gonna do, and now they're admitted this is what they want to do. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out democrepublics.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.